There's been a lot said about your government shifting policy, foreign policy, away from the United States.
Why do you think that an alliance with the United States is the only way a country can have a foreign policy? We have an independent foreign policy.
Independent of the United States.
Independent foreign policy.
But you used to be very close to the United States, and that is no longer the case.
I don't think it is so good to be close to anybody.
Do you agree with those who say that Mr. Nisman was a puppet of the United States and the CIA?
Well, puppet is a very strong word to use by a foreign minister.
Under the sway of?
Mr. Nisman used to go to the American embassy here in Argentina and tell in advance what he was going to do.
Do you know if Mr. Nisman was about to lose his job? Was he going to be fired?
No, he was not going to lose his job.
You've read these speculations.
That was a speculation in the media, but there was no way that we ever discussed taking the job away from Mr. Nisman.
I've heard people talk about Argentina being drawn back into its dark past.
No.
Assassinations.
No. It's impossible. We're talking about things that were terrible, terrible.
One of the great mysteries is whether Mr. Nisman killed himself or whether he was murdered. So what do you think?
That I am part of that mystery. I don't know.
He said that you in 2011
yes.
met in Syria with your Iranian counterpart. He said that you said, and this is a quote in the report, Argentina is no longer interested in solving the attack, the bombing here. It prefers to improve its trade relations with Iran.
Well, that's a lie. That's a total lie. I never said that. Mr. Nisman never showed any evidence that I said that.
He didn't have that on tape or anything like that.
He cannot have something in tape because I didn't say it.
Nisman says that you offered to lift the red alerts.
That is, it's totally logic. I mean, you have to read the law. The only one who can cancel the red notice is the judge. So, I cannot lift the red alerts. Okay? I am not allowed.
You could not make a deal to, you could not promise to.
I cannot do it.
So 180 degrees from
exactly.
what Nisman
said. And I read
said.
that in public.
How could such a seasoned prosecutor make such a huge mistake? We haven't seen any evidence to back up the president's charges about Lago Marcino. A more credible target is this man, Jaime Stuzzo, a powerful and shadowy spy master who was Nisman's main source for years. One theory is that Stuzzo concocted the accusation against the president in revenge after she fired him.
Stuzzo was fired the end of December.
Right.
And 14 days later, Mr. Nisman accused the president and myself. And
you see a connection there.
Oh, yes.
Is it possible in your mind that he thought to himself, oh my, I got this terribly wrong, and now I don't want to be embarrassed and have to testify publicly? Is that in your head?
I cannot imagine what can go through the mind of a person like Nisman. And I don't want to speculate because the man is dead, he cannot defend himself, and so I will not speculate on what happened with him.